Good morning, friends. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday. I'm excited about this recipe today. We are doing zucchini bread, but this is a special zucchini bread. This is a lemon zucchini bread. My husband loves lemon. I know that several ladies in the Bible study love lemon as well. So we're gonna do this super delicious lemon zucchini bread, but I'm doing it in my mini muffin pan, or not muffin pan, our mini bread pan back there. That's what I love doing for Bible study. We have these little breads. Everybody gets one. They love it. It's super fun. So let's get this made. I need to get it in the oven because I need to get out the door and not be late for Bible study this morning. So let's get this put together. So I have 1.5 cups of just all-purpose flour in my mixing bowl. We're gonna mix our dry stuff in here real quick. We need 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. My baking soda is so clumpy. I wish I knew why it was doing that. It's really, really annoying. So there's our 1/2 teaspoon. We also need about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I need to refill my salt shaker. All right, so that is all of our dry. I'm gonna just give these a quick little whisk. Let's go ahead and put in our 1 cup of sugar. Just regular granulated sugar is fine. This is a super easy recipe and I love it. So it calls for the zest of 1 lemon. I'm actually gonna do the zest of 2 because I really want this to have a good lemon punch to it. I don't want it to be weak on lemon flavor. I really want it to, really give you that lemon flavor in it. So we're gonna do the zest of 2. This is one of those ingredients that some people are not huge lemon fans and they're okay with just a hint of lemon. And then some people are big lemon fans like I am, and the women in my Bible study and my husband. And so they all really can handle a pretty good punch of lemon in something. So I feel like if you're gonna put lemon in something, let's know there's lemon in it. So let's do the second one. It already smells incredible with that lemon. We're also gonna put a lemon glaze on these, so you're gonna get that lemon punch also from the glaze that goes on top. All right, there's the zest of 2 lemons. All right, let's give this a mix real quick, get that incorporated. And then we're gonna do our wet, super quick. Like I said, this does not take a whole long time to put together, which is why I wanted to do it this morning. So I've got my glass measuring cup. Yes, I need to clean up my kitchen. Life has been busy here recently. We're gonna do a 1/2 cup of avocado oil. You can use vegetable oil if you would prefer, but I really am staying away from vegetable oil right now. So if I need a flavorless oil, I'm gonna go with avocado oil. So 1/2 cup of avocado oil. We're gonna put in our 2 eggs. And I thought it was funny, this recipe did not call for any vanilla, which I thought was weird. So I am gonna put just a dash of vanilla in with my eggs and oil, just a little bit. I really feel like vanilla kind of rounds out the lemon flavor of things. We need a 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt. It's one thing that I loved about this recipe was that you get to use Greek yogurt in it, and Greek yogurt is so good for you. And it really does lighten up recipes. It makes things super light and fresh. Makes them nice and tender, really, really moist, which is what we want when we're eating something like this. We don't want anything heavy. So putting that Greek yogurt in there is gonna really help with that. And I am not a fan of just eating Greek yogurt, but I love to cook with Greek yogurt. I love to put Greek yogurt, especially in baking. It really does seem to Looks like that's about all I had left in here was a half cup. So we're just gonna put the rest of this in there. I don't think it's gonna matter. It's just like maybe a tablespoon extra, not a big deal. I'm not gonna put a container back in my fridge with just the tiny bit left in it. All right, so let's get this squeezed into here and let's get these mixed up. And then all we have left to do after this is just to get our wet and our dry combined together. And then add our zucchini, and these are gonna go right in the oven. Still need to put our lemon juice in here, but I'm not gonna put the lemon juice in quite yet. I'm gonna put it in once I get my everything incorporated in there. Then I'll add my zucchini and my lemon juice together. It takes a second to get that oil and yogurt mixed together, especially those eggs. These are things that wanna fight each other and not blend real well, but that's okay. We're gonna get it. There we go, that's looking better. All right, let's pour this into our mixing bowl. Make sure we get all of that out of there. I can already smell the lemon and it smells amazing. So I'm gonna use my rubber spatula to kind of fold all these ingredients together. I don't want to overmix because we don't want to end up with the tough bread. Grab my juicer, and I'm going to put the juice of 1 lemon in here. Okay, before I get that too mixed up, I'm going to put the zucchini in. I just wrung it out in some paper towel. This is 1 medium zucchini that I grated up and then just squeezed it in some paper towels to get the excess moisture out, because that will make your bread really, really wet. I think this looks great already. All right, let's go ahead and put in our juice of our lemon again before we get everything incorporated, because we don't want to overmix this. That was a juicy lemon, good grief. We'll save the other lemon that we have over here for our glaze. All right, let's just get this incorporated really well. I'm gonna use my cookie scoop to scoop this out into my bread pan. This looks beautiful already right here. This is only gonna have to bake for about 15 or 20 minutes. That's the other reason that I really love using this mini bread pan, because it really gives you a lot less baking time. We're gonna do about 2 scoops in each. I need to go look for my other bread pan because I know I have another one around here somewhere, but it's probably in my office. So I'm obviously going to get more than what this pan holds. So I'll just end up doing a second batch of these after this one comes out of the oven. It may not be till I get home from Bible study. I'll just put this in the refrigerator because I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to bake both pans. But I only need about 6 of these loaves for Bible study, so I can always do a second batch when I get home this afternoon. All right, there's our little lemon zucchini breads. We're going to put these in the oven, bake them at 350 for about 15 minutes. Look at these. Oh my goodness. Look how spongy. That is amazing. These are gonna be delicious. I'm gonna get these out of the pan onto a cooling rack, let them start cooling. I think I have enough time to do this last pan, just a couple of little loaves left. We're gonna let them cool pretty much all the way, and then we're gonna put our delicious lemon glaze on them, and then I'm gonna be out the door for Bible study. So I'm just gonna use my little offset spatula to kind of help pull these out of the pan, get them on this cooling rack. They are super, you know what, I think I'm gonna let them cool in the pan just a little bit because they are, well, maybe I can do it. They are just so moist. I have never seen a zucchini bread that is this moist. And it's gotta be that Greek yogurt that we put in here. That's gotta be what is helping with that. Just really, really moist. I just ripped this one. So that'll be one that hubby will be keeping. I think there's only gonna be like 2 or 3 left in this pan, or left of the batter. So we're just gonna get those in the oven. I have a little bit of time left. These need to cool anyway. So while these are cooling, I'm gonna put those other ones in the oven. We're gonna get these glazed and then we'll be off to Bible study. Friends, we're gonna go ahead and make up some lemon glaze to go on top of these delicious little breads. They are the cutest thing. Look at those. Are those not sweet? Those are gonna be delicious. Super excited about this. Let's get this glaze made. Let's get these glazed up so I can get out the door and get to Bible study. So we're gonna put a little bit of, and I wanna make this a little bit thicker of a glaze on these because I don't want it to just completely disappear. I want it to be able to stand up on top of these things and for you to really see that glaze. So there's a little bit of powdered sugar. I've got my other lemon down here that we're gonna juice. Put a little bit of this lemon juice in here.
You know that something's wrong. You know that there's people and things missing from there. So I actually had thought about.
We'll see where we're at with this half of lemon. Again, like I said, I want this to be a thicker lemon glaze and not super, super thin. I can already tell that's gonna be way too thin. So I'm gonna grab another spoon so I can put some more of that in. Let's put a little more powdered sugar in here. I'm gonna separate these. Separate these from each other a little bit because I want to make sure that that glaze gets all the way around them and that they're not really touching each other. There we go, just like that. I think that is looking just about the consistency that I want. Maybe a little bit more. And I think I will grab another lemon out of the bag over here, and I think I'll zest a little bit of lemon right up on top of them, just so that they really speak that lemon to you. You can tell they have lemon in them. All right, there's our glaze. I'm gonna move this out of the way. All right, let's get this lemon glaze put on these. And I'm gonna glaze the whole tops and just let it kind of flow down the sides.
This week we're really going to go to church. All things again, like I never promised my children that we would go to church. And I think that is because I always knew that there would be some reason that I wouldn't go. And I don't break promises. If Mama makes a promise,
when those 3 come out of the oven, I'm just gonna save this glaze and I'll frost those other 3 when I get home. I'm not super worried about those right now. Alright, saving the rest of that glaze for later. I'm gonna grab one more lemon and my zester. I'm just gonna give a little bit of a zest on top of these.
She ended up messaging me again. She messaged me back super late that night. I didn't see it until the next morning. And she apologized. She said, I'm sorry.
Friends, these are going to be delicious this morning with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. We will see you guys later. All right, friends, good afternoon. I just got home from the pool, jumped in the shower, got ready for the day. I do have a tour at the daycare at 3 o'clock, so I need to get moving on my project for this afternoon, or late morning, early afternoon, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, as you guys know, I have been doing a lot with this protein dough. that's made with cottage cheese, flour, baking powder, and salt. You can make this gluten-free if you want to use almond flour. I'm not a big fan of the texture, and we are not going no carb, we are doing low carb. So I'm okay with the little bit of flour that's in this. Not a big deal. I'm okay with that. So I came up with an idea over the weekend because I love this dough. As you guys know, we've used it for the bagels, which is what the recipe was written for. We've done hamburger buns with it. We just did pizza with it on the Blackstone last week, which was amazing. This has become my staple dough now. I use this for everything and I love it. But I had some ham and some cheese and some pizza toppings left over from something else from a week or so ago, and I need to use it up. And I thought, how incredible would Hot Pockets out of this be? I told my husband and he said, yes, please. So we're gonna make some ham and cheese ones. We're gonna make some pizza filled ones with some pepperoni, some salami, some provolone cheese, and I have some pepperoncinis left over, so I'm gonna put those in there. I have them sitting in some paper towel right now just to get a lot of moisture off of them because I don't want them to make my dough wet. So let's get these cut, let's get these rolled out, let's get them filled. It is gonna be 100 degrees here today and I am not looking forward to it. So I'm gonna cook these in my air fryer on bake. I'm not gonna bake them all the way. I'm gonna bake them so that they are par baked, so the dough is done, and then my husband can reheat these for his lunch, or I can reheat them in the air fryer for lunch or whatever. I am gonna cook one though today so we can taste one together. I wanna see how this tastes and how this works. So let's get this done. I wanna get this done and get out of my kitchen before it gets hot here today. So let's get going. So I did a double batch of my dough. And so I think I'm going to do, let's see. I think I'm gonna be able to get probably 6 out of each batch. So probably a total of 12. So I'm gonna cut this one into thirds. And we're gonna roll these out, and I don't want them super thick because I don't want the dough to take forever to bake. So we're gonna cut this one in half. Cut this one in thirds. And I am not going to cut my ham up. I'm just gonna put the ham in there in slices. I think it's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. All right, so there's all 12 of our pieces. I'm gonna pile them over on one side of my board so I have a little bit of room to work and get one of these rolled out. I can't tell you how excited I was when I thought of this idea over the weekend. I thought this is gonna be absolutely incredible. Hubby is gonna love these. I'm gonna love these. So I have a little bit of flour, and I'm just gonna put a little flour on the board because I don't want my flour to stick or my dough to stick. So we're gonna roll this. And I need to get it rolled out pretty thin. Essentially want these in a rectangle, as close to a rectangle shape as I can possibly get. Not gonna be perfect. And what I'm gonna do with these ham and cheese ones is I'm gonna put a little bit of honey mustard on these. So I'm gonna put a little bit of honey mustard right down the middle. I don't wanna put a lot, but I want enough that you're gonna taste it. So let's get this spread out on the inside of our dough. If you're not a honey mustard fan, don't use it. If you want to use Dijon mustard, regular mustard, whatever your favorite thing is, go ahead and do that. But I just love honey mustard with ham, so I thought it would be delicious. So I went ahead and did that. Put that down. All right, I'm gonna grab my ham. These are gonna be absolutely fantastic for a really quick and easy lunch, snack, high protein, something when I come home from the pool. Put these in hubby's lunch. Okay, so I think 3 slices is about what we're gonna get in this one. I don't wanna overfill these. I've got several different kinds of cheese that I need to use up out of my fridge. So this is just a Sargento natural American cheese. I've bought several cheeses here recently for several different things and haven't used it all up, so we're just gonna use this. I'm gonna fold it in half, put it in here, and then I'm gonna take my dough. I'm gonna fold my dough over, and I really want to pinch all of these seams together, get this completely closed, up because I don't want to leak any of my cheese out. All right, and just like that, there we go, friends. There is our little Hot Pocket, totally sealed up. I'm gonna put these on a rack. I'm gonna brush them with an egg wash because I definitely want them to get a nice brown color in the air fryer. But let's get them all made first and then we'll do that. All right, now let's get our pizza ones rolled out. And the pizza ones, I'm gonna use provolone cheese. I have some provolone cheese that was sliced really super thin for those sub sandwiches that we did. All right, since we're going with that Italian sub pizza pocket kind of thing, we're gonna do another little bit of ham. I'm gonna go kind of careful with the ham because we do have 2 other meats to put in here and I don't want to overstuff this. All right, just a little bit of ham left over, not too much. All right, we've got our pepperoni slices. I think I'm gonna fold those in half. Just so they fit a little bit better inside the pocket. I'll fold them back over once I get the salami in here. All right, I have some salami. And these are much bigger slices, so I'm just gonna put 1 in the sandwich. All right, before I put the cheese on, I'm gonna put just a few pepperoncinis inside. If you don't like pepperoncinis, by all means don't use them. I just love this combination. It's my absolute favorite combination. Okay, now we got our provolone cheese. These are a little bit more full, so they're gonna be a little more of a challenge to get rolled up, but we're gonna do it. All right, just like that. All right, we're gonna take our dough We are gonna have to stretch it just a little bit to get all of that stuff in there. And just like that. There's our pizza ones. I am super excited about these, friends. All right, got my egg. We're gonna go ahead and brush the backside first so we can roll them over. That egg wash is gonna, like I said, really help seal up that dough, give us a good seal on it so we're not gonna lose, hopefully we're not gonna lose any filling. Like I said, I'm not baking all of these all the way through. I'm gonna bake one all the way through so I can try it, but the rest of them I'm par baking them just to get our dough done, and then my husband can take these to work and heat them up in their toaster oven they have at work. Okay, let's flip them back over. All right, this batch is ready. All right. Oh, you know what? We should have flipped these over. Let's flip them over first. I got ahead of myself. All right, pizza ones are in the oven. As soon as those are ready, I don't want to overcrowd my air fryer, so I'm only going to do one batch at a time. All right, friends, here is our pizza pockets. Can you believe that these are made out of that protein dough? That is amazing to me. These are still very, very hot. They just came out of the oven. So I'm gonna, look at that, friends, look at that. So good. Oh my goodness. That makes me so happy. These are incredible. The dough is perfect, perfectly cooked. They are just exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna be able to flash freeze all of these on a sheet tray, put them in a Ziploc bag, label what flavor they are, and these can go to my husband's lunch and he can make these. But friends, these are made out of protein dough. Can you believe that? Oh my word. Let's get another bite. Look at that. So much better than any Hot Pocket ever thought of being. I'm telling you, friends, those are incredible. I'm gonna love having those when I come up from the pool. Really quick lunch, something easy, break my fast, plenty of calories, plenty of carbs, because there is a little bit of carbs in there from the flour. Like I said, if you don't want to use white flour in it, by all means use almond flour in it if you want to. If you're trying to go low carb, carb free, whatever you want to do. I'm okay with a little bit of carbs in it. Like I said, we're not going no carb, so I'm perfectly fine with that. But friends, this just opens so many doors for me, because not only can we do the pizza pockets like we just did, but we can do chicken bacon ranch ones like they have at Costco, the chicken bacon chicken bakes they have there. We can make those with this protein dough. That's the next thing I'm gonna make, some of those to have those in the freezer for a quick, easy dinner one night. These things are amazing. And that dough is delicious. It is so, so good. It's perfect. All right, I'm gonna go eat this while it's hot, friends. I need to go get some things done this afternoon. So thank you guys so much for joining me for just a couple of quick, easy recipes this week. Just some fun things that I wanted to do. The zucchini bread was fantastic. The ladies at Bible study absolutely loved it, so I'll leave that link in the description box for you guys. I will also leave a link in the description box for the protein dough that I've made many times on my channel, but I'll leave the original recipe video that I did when I made the bagels for this. But as I said, we have used this bagel dough with pizza. We've done hamburger buns. We've done bagels. Now we've done Hot Pockets with it. There's so many things that I want to do with this dough, and we're going to do it. So next coming up out of this dough, I think, is going to be the chicken bacon, or the chicken ranch, or chicken bakes, chicken bacon bakes from Costco, and probably some breakfast ones. I think those would be incredible to stuff them with some like some cheese and some bacon or some sausage and some scrambled eggs, and do a breakfast pocket with this high protein dough. So good. So friends, go have a great day. I hope you guys are staying cool where you're at. As I said, it's going to be over 100 again here today, and I am not looking forward to it. I cannot wait for us to go to the beach at the end of this month and go relax and enjoy some beautiful weather. So if you guys have not yet, please hit that subscribe button out there. I would love to have you a part of my YouTube family. Hit that notification bell down there so that you're notified when we do upload a video. I'll post a picture of what the ham and cheese ones, as well as a picture of this one here, because this is delicious. Post those pictures so you guys can see the inside of these. So you don't want to miss out on what we're going to do with the rest of this dough. Coming up, we have so many fun recipes with this dough. This is a game changer for me and my husband for a low carb diet. And friends, we will talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day, and God bless.